What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Tuesday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. We have a small 4-game slate on tonight's slate here. We have Giannis still questionable. That's really the only big news we're waiting on. Paul George is also questionable, but whether Paul George plays or not, the Clippers are pretty priced for Paul George being out. Kawhi's expensive. If Giannis is out, we'll be looking at those Bucks once again, just like we did yesterday. Ended up working out really well. We swept the board on NBA yesterday. So let's try to do that again tonight. Maybe more of a GPP night because it is only 4 games. A little bit harder to predict, not as much value. But these 5 plays in this video, I do feel pretty strongly about. Just give this video a like. Make sure you are subscribed. We also have Taco Tuesday over on Prize Picks, so take advantage of those discounted player props throughout the day. Point guard, easy spend up. Kyrie Irving hasn't been really playing well with Kevin Durant out, but he's still going to have all the usage in the world. Not a big slate here tonight. Not much to spend up on. 9,300 is fine. He needs like 45 fantasy points to hit value. He hasn't done that over the past few games, but the opportunities are still there. It is an ideal matchup against the Spurs here. There should be a lot of points. It's in San Antonio. I do expect it to be close, so this is a really good matchup. I could see Kyrie Irving finally having that expected big game with no Kevin Durant. His ceiling is extremely high every single game, especially with no KD on the court. So I feel like there shouldn't be too much worry spending up on Kyrie tonight on this small 4-game slate. Shooting guard Josh Hart, not a bad play. Again, with there only being 4 games today, you're going to have to, have some more uncomfortable picks, but everyone has to go through this problem. So, it ends up being equal for the entire public here. So Josh Hart, I don't feel too bad about getting to him at 6,000. He's a guy we don't usually go towards when the Blazers are fully healthy, but he's going to play 30 minutes. He's a guy that can do everything. He contributes to all parts of the stat category. A nice rebounding guard. Needs 30 fantasy points to get there. Just a solid play all around here tonight. Maybe more of a cash game play. He does have that floor of like 25, so he should be able to contribute to his value on tonight's slate. Small forwards go back to Royce O'Neal. He's been a popular play with no KD. Still only 5,900. He should be over 6,000. I expect him to, get towards 30 fantasy points to hit value tonight. He's done that in his last 4 games. Kind of like Josh Hart. He doesn't score a ton, but he contributes everywhere else. He almost had a triple-double last game against the Thunder. He was 2 assists short. I expect him to get there one way or another. A nice value play with no KD tonight. Ben Simmons is back. But, that kind of just takes away from any potential assists from guys. But overall, it should really help the Nets as a whole, having Ben Simmons back. I don't think it really negatively impacts the fantasy production of any of these starters here. O'Neal at 5,900, still a really strong play. Probably the last slate we will see his price below 6,000. Power forward, Keldon Johnson has gone down in price because he hasn't been playing that great as of late. We do know what he's capable of, though. He's usually a, low 7,000s kind of guy. He's only 6,600 here. One of the lower prices we've seen on Keldon Johnson all year long. He needs 33 fantasy points to hit value. No Devin Vassell once again, so he's the number 1 option. The Nets without KD, like I was saying with Kyrie, there's no blowout risk here. There should be a lot of points. Both of these defenses are not great. Keldon, really high floor. He should get you around 28 fantasy points at the very minimum, and then he has 40-point upside on a good game. So I do like this middle tier play here at 6,600. Then for center, let's go back to the Nets. Nick Claxton, 7,200. He's been playing more minutes, more usage for him too, obviously, with no KD. He's playing, 30 to 34 minutes a game, and he's definitely a fantasy point per minute kind of guy. He needs 36 to hit value tonight. He has a high floor of, over 30 fantasy points with no KD on the court. He contributes to the defensive stat category a ton. He's a big block guy. If you look at his game log, he has a ton of blocks. He's averaging like over 3 blocks a game over the last couple of weeks. So he can get you value in more than one way. So this is a good play here at center at 7,200. He represented a nice 40-plus point ceiling last game. So I do like this play with all the usage going around with no KD. Only 4 games again tonight. Like I said, there could be more value opening up, but the only questionable guys right now are Giannis and Paul George, but it is the NBA. You never know if a guy's going to get scratched, come down with an illness, or, any other thing that happens. So keep your eye out. 7:30 lock, so it's a half hour later than usual here tonight. And let's get after it on this small slate. Give this video a like. Until next time, I am the FT Guru, and I am signing off. Peace.